Okay, haves and have not fans, this is a rather cheerful video compared to a lot of the other ones I've done, from top 5 fights, deaths, disappointments of the series, this, that, and the third. But these are just my top 5 personal best, like, favorite moments of the series, you know? So yeah, my opinion. Number 5. Oops. Honestly, this made it on 2 lists, but here we go. Melissa and Benny's, you know, relation scene, if you will. I mean, this was probably the moment I fell in love with Melissa as a character. Honestly, I always felt she was a sympathetic character. She was kind of like Amanda 2.0, being that she was I wouldn't even say naive, but a girl in a situation where the powers that be, her parents, or her mom specifically, kind of like Jeffrey, used her as a pawn for a bigger, purpose. With Veronica was taking her gay son and forcing him into a marriage and being a father for the sake of the family name continuing on. And in Melissa's situation, she was literally whored out to be this woman to have a baby by a gay man, all for the sake of, her father's doctor bills and whatnot being paid in order to keep him alive. Spoiler alert, he died anyway. And then it got to the point where Melissa and Benny met for the first time, and she, with a new confidence about herself, came on to him. And yeah, that one of my favorite scenes, hands down. Number 4, even though it didn't last long, Candace and Hannah's reconciliation. The fact that up until that point in the series, it had been years of fans watching these two going at it, not, having a good relationship. But I think the episode was called 15 Minutes, and the last 15 minutes of the episode was Candace coming over to the house to make amends with Hannah thanks to Charles's advice, and it was just a beautiful moment. It was really a sight to see. As I said, the reconciliation didn't last too long because, as always, Candace let that love of money come in between them, and as a result, well, things didn't end up too well. But regardless, that moment where these two finally came back together as daughter and mother was great. And Derek overheard the conversation in the kitchen and realized that, oh my gosh, that's my daughter. Number 3, when the chickens come home. I think this was like the season 3 finale or season 2 finale. And it was when Jim was giving his speech at the press conference about how, yeah, I know I've been exposed to have like an outside family and whatnot, but that doesn't tarnish my, flawless career of being being a successful judge, running businesses and whatnot. And as a result, you should still vote for me as governor of the state of Georgia. And during his speech, you had death after death after death. Professor Cannon, Terrell the officer, the one who let Toxic in the jail cell to assault Wyatt. And you even had the hitman, perched in Veronica's home. And it was all so well done. This was one of the best crafted scenes in a Tyler Perry project as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, that definitely makes my top list here. Number 2, Catherine's number 9 speech. Early season 1, this is when Candace revealed to Catherine about her affair with Jim. But remember, at the time, this woman was battling breast cancer. She got out of bed, put on her slippers, and stood her ground while chewing out Candace and Jim at the same time. Number 9 was the catchphrase that Catherine was known to quote here and there when describing Candace. And I still love that scene to this day. And the number 1 scene, or best moment, favorite moment in my opinion, was at the funeral home where they were planning the funeral of Quincy Jr. And Candace and Hannah had a huge falling out. And Hannah literally just, wasn't having it. It was emotional. They both let everything out, and it was great to see. This was one of the best acted scenes in the entire series. I loved it from start to finish. I remember when the scene happened, I said, The episode, I think, what was the name of the episode? The Veronica Show. I think that was the name of the episode. It was a season finale. I remember the episode ended with the whole Melissa and Veronica in the car wreck. And the first like 10 minutes of the episode, I'm like, okay, you can cut the finale off here and this would be the perfect episode. That's how good this scene was. So, those are my votes for the top 5 moments of the series. Let me know yours in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you in the next one.